In this video, we're going to take a look at sguil, the NSM framework that pulls together a lot of tools that we've already been looking at. To start it up, we'll go ahead and open our terminal. This will give us a shell into our VM. CD into the sguil directory, and then we'll run the sguil client. This will give us an interface to connect to the sguil server on another IP address. The IP address is here, is where our sguil server is running, and this is the default sguil port. This can be changed, of course, with the configuration files on the server side. We'll go ahead and log in. This can be a multi-user program, so you can have many users that can log in and look at the alerts. This will show us a list of our sensors that sguil has hooked up to it. Right now we just have one sensor, so we'll go ahead and connect to this one and start up the client. Close this, maximize this. So this is the console. Here we have alerts that are listed in the order that they were received, the dates that they had come in, and then it gives it an alert ID. This column shows us the sensor. If we had more than one sensor, it would show us which sensor tripped on it, and then the number of alerts. They're correlated here in the window. These can be a multiple number of events, but you'll only see one line and then the number over here. So let's go ahead and look at one. What I usually do to start out with is just sort on event message, and then go ahead and look at the alerts. So here's an interesting one. We'll go ahead and look at this one. Came in on May 2nd. Our source and the destination, possible MS command shell. So let's go ahead and look at the packet data. This will pull in this data here, and for some reason this font isn't the same as this font up here, but that's okay. We can look at the transcript or the text of our packet data. This will also show us, details about the packets. In this case, it's a TCP packet, an ACK and a push that alerted on this particular flag. If we wanted to, we can investigate the rule or the signature that caused this event to trip. And in this case, it's just looking from Microsoft Windows at approximately a depth in the packet of here. It'll go into the packet and look for it for these particular strings within the packet data. Now, what we wanted to do here, if we can do a little more investigation, we can possibly look up and see the reverse DNS, if this has a pointer or not, and here it does. It looks like it's an IP address from Japan. We can go ahead and verify that because anybody can put anything in the reverse pointer. So since it's a destination IP, we'll go ahead and search on the destination who is. And here it's Asia Pacific net, and this shows us the details of who owns the IP address, what ranges they own, and who the contact is, etc., etc. And again, this is a great analyst framework because now we have an alert to see here. So let's go ahead and look at this. We can pull, down the transcript of the session. This will show us the text of the session and pull in some data from P0F. And it looks like they're trying to upload some executables, and we're returning a command prompt window, or something is returning a command prompt window. We can also pull down the Wireshark data if we want to pull it into a more graphical framework to view all the packets and the data. This is helpful because it'll save a PCAP to our client machine, as it says in the window there that just flashed up. Could look at the push ACK data again. Here is where it's getting it, and here is where we're responding with a shell, it looks like. So we may try and investigate this a little further based upon what IP address was this tripping on, and what exactly was going on. In this case, since this is for instructional purposes, I'm actually running a honeypot on the same sensor that the sguil server is running on. So in this case, this packet right here is a return from the honeypot that's running on it, Nepenthes. So let's go ahead and close that. And given that this is a framework and a nice console for analysts to use, we can have more junior analysts investigate some of these alerts, and then if it's beyond them with the packet data to examine, they can escalate it, and we can escalate that by highlighting the alert and pressing F9. This will go ahead and give us a short comment to put in, and we could say, you know, please investigate further, and then we can save that. And then when our more senior analysts come in, they can go ahead and look at the escalated events, and we can see here that here's our alert and here's one from earlier. And we can get the same data from this window. You know, we pull in the same screens if all the checkboxes are marked. That's why it's taking a little bit of time here. And then our more senior analysts can look at it that way. So that'll conclude this video, and in the next one we'll go ahead and look at SAN-CP session data.